whole process of making Turbine Charlie, like from the time I made the decision to do a sort of solo project to now, has been 9 years, which seems like a lot, but in that time I've been jumping from project to project. I've demoed a metal album, I demoed a hard rock album, and I must have written and recorded at least 2 other albums worth of sort of solo material, trying to hone in on a sound, try and find out what I wanted the project to be, just to get it to a point where I'm happy with it. But it will not be 9 years before the next album. It'll be 10.
What do you reckon of them? They're a little bit clear, aren't they?
A bit clear?
Box not clear.
Oh, that. I started learning drums when I was 8. Played drums all through school. Sort of around high school, I switched to guitar. There was always a guitar around the house, so always dabbled. Started a band, it was kind of a hard rock, progressive thing. Played for a few years, and a couple of years after high school. We were actually playing quite a lot of shows, but I just wasn't writing enough to keep up with the amount we were playing live. To the point where there were times where I would literally be making up lyrics on the spot on stage, which is never a good idea. You rhyme a lot of words with the same word.
Anyway, that band ended, and then I worked in retail for a couple of years, and the first place I worked, we used to get these CDs sent to us from head office that we had to play on repeat. That was like licensed music. And that's when I discovered Josh Pike. And when I first heard Josh Pike, I thought it was a band, because the music, particularly the song on that CD, was so rich and so layered and had timpani and strings and everything. I thought it was a band. But then I looked it up, I found out it was this guy Josh Pike. I thought, well, if that's what you can do solo, and that's what I want to do. And then that same year, Paul Dempsey's first solo album came out, and then everything changed for me again. And the one thing I noticed that linked those two artists was this guy Wayne Connolly, who produced them. So I stubbornly squirreled away trying to do everything myself, record everything myself, never finishing anything, just kind of chasing my tail. And so eventually I thought, well, take a chance. Contacted Wayne, and he said, yeah, sure. Wayne is great. He's very professional, very good at what he does. He's got a great ear. He has the best bedside manner that you could ever ask for.
Is that okay? Cheap take, or do you want to spend a little bit more and get a better result? Some more. If you spend some more money, like if I use something...
Yeah.
A bit more like...
The best thing about Wayne is that he can take a joke.
I'm Wayne.
Why is your bit depth so low? Flip the face! Kick sounds good!
I've seen better impressions of me.
When it comes to music, I've only really ever been interested in the long form, that being the album. Because to me, the album, it's the start and the end of an idea, it's the completion of an idea. And I definitely feel like with Turbine Charlie, it's a dark album, and I know it's a dark album, it was always going to be. Lyrically, it ain't peachy. I've started and finished an idea that I'm quite happy to put behind me now. There are other things I want to write about, and I'm not up for being a single issue human.
But your words put flowers on my hurts. Talking about it makes it worse. I'm pretending to be okay for your sake, too tired for my own.
The title Turbine Charlie is a phrase I came up with to describe someone who can't stop the cogs whirring in their head. And the image of wind turbines just came to mind, and it's like you'd call someone that, you'd say, oh, we've got a real Turbine Charlie over here.
Yay! Yeah. Do you want to just go we'll just fast forward it towards where the drums come in? Sick of everything. Yeah, I might just do the very first verse and then do the chorus, because it's just that breath in between the.
Just generally drop one line out and keep on rolling, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
You got me to go to the warming up to do before you.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit out, isn't it?
I went to film school, and Shoulders of Giants has just been a great excuse to try and flex the old filmmaking muscle. You know, what better way than, you know, dressing your friends up, looking like, you know, some sort of medieval sex pest and stomping around a pine forest in sand dunes. I mean, what more do you want? You'd be amazed what people do if you just ask. You don't get what you don't ask for. Shoulders of Giants, to me, seemed like the perfect name because, you know, obviously it comes from the Isaac Newton quote, "If I've seen further than other men, it's because I stood on the shoulders of giants." I think if I was to rewrite it, I'd probably say something like, "If I'd seen further than other men, it's because I blatantly ripped off better artists than me, purely for financial and sexual gain." I am standing on the shoulders of giants, you know. I'm not reinventing the wheel here. I'm just trying to make a semi-decent wheel.
Sounding good? Good.
He's got it! Yeah, baby, he's got it!
The Barnsey version.
Is that for another take?
Yes. High there for a while. Do no wrong.
Looks late as a bride to me.
Full marks to you, mate.
Full credit to the boys.
Stayed off the medicine for half a month or so. Flushed it out on the back lawn. Pissed it out on a hiking trail. And swam in black champagne from a red to rusty grail. I love the city when it rains. I can navigate every alley, fleet and back street, seeking out that
It's like I was at the show, man.
I know. I've changed my mind about that drum fill. You were right. When the toms come out, and I'm like, no, it's cool. It's like a flam. No, just in the way.
It's like I'm usually right. That's
Yeah.
might take you a few years.
Yeah.
Might take decades.
Yeah. What are you doing back there? When it goes to the chorus after that, playing this distorted part as well. Not that, but you know.
He's quite young when he died, isn't he?
I mean, Bowie.
Nick Ronson died many years ago.
Oh, sugar, he gone.
Did you say there's a bit you've left out that you need to do? Or?
I don't think so.
erase my anger deep in the pages of every self-help book that you ever knew about. I could live in a bubble. Adam's got his debt to me.